It's the start of Apex Advent, and that means it's the beginning of award season here on the Apex Motorsport. Today we'll be taking a look at the drivers who we selected as nominees in the Rookie of the Season category, along with unveiling the contenders in the Champion Driver of the Season category too. But we will start with the Rookie of the Season category, where any driver considered a rookie in their respective championship was eligible for nomination.
Following a year on the sidelines and a contract scandal that will be remembered for years to come, Oscar Piastri has definitely made a great attempt of creating the headlines around him about his on-track performance with a very solid rookie season at McLaren. With the young Australian driver, he did have a slow start to the season, with his McLaren car not quite up to speed that we've come to know since the British Grand Prix. With back-to-back podiums in Singapore and Qatar, along with pole position for the Qatar sprint race, caps off an incredible year for Piastri, who definitely has a bright future ahead in Papaya.
If someone told Liam Lawson that going into the 2023 season that he would be a Formula 1 driver, he probably wouldn't have believed you. After Daniel Ricciardo's return to the sport as a full-time driver was halted when he was injured in Belgium, Lawson was called up as the team's reserve driver to compete in the Dutch, Italian, Singapore, Japanese and Qatar Grand Prix. With some solid performances with limited track time prior to these races, some on new circuits for the young New Zealander, he scored his first Formula 1 points to date with a 9th place finish in Singapore.
Marcus Armstrong made the switch from Formula 2 to the IndyCar Series for the 2023 season, taking part in the street and circuit rounds, with Takuma Sato taking over the number 11 Chip Ganassi car for the ovals. He finished 20th overall in the standings, the highest of the non-full season runners, as well as claiming the Rookie of the Year championship. His best finish was 7th in Toronto, and he managed a further 4 top 10 finishes in Long Beach, Detroit, Mid-Ohio and Laguna Seca. After pressing in his rookie campaign, the New Zealander will take part in the full season for 2024. Now let's move on to the Champion Driver of the Season category, where any driver who won their respective championship was eligible for nomination, and here's who we selected.
Max Verstappen is the 2023 FIA Formula 1 World Champion, his third title in a row. This year's title win is his best yet, taking 19 race victories and 12 pole positions out of 22 races. It's been a record-breaking season for the Red Bull driver, breaking endless records, including the highest percentage of wins in a season, most wins in a season, most consecutive wins, most wins from pole position, and most points in a season. To top it all off, the points that the Dutch driver won for himself were enough to take the Constructors' title for Red Bull by itself.
Who would have thought going into the 2022-23 Formula E season that it would be Jake Dennis from Nuneaton taking the title at his home London E-Prix? He was up against some tough competition, and despite only taking 2 race victories, his consistency of standing on the podium a further 9 times was enough to secure a victory over Nick Cassidy. Only 1 retirement and a further 3 races where he didn't finish on the podium out of 16 is very impressive, and it's for that reason the Red Bull development driver is on this list.
While the past few seasons for Alex Palou have been overshadowed by contract sagas, he hasn't let this affect his on-track performance, as he secured his second IndyCar title in 3 seasons in 2023. Competing for Chip Ganassi Racing, he took 5 victories and a further 5 podiums out of the 17 races to win the title by nearly 80 points ahead of Scott Dixon. Palou would also take pole position for the 107th running of the Indianapolis 500, setting a new pole record speed before securing the title win with a race to go at the Grand Prix of Portland.
Ashton is now a 4-time British touring car champion, equaling the record set by Andy Rouse and Colin Turkington, but younger than both of them to 4 drivers' championships. With a packed 30-round calendar across 10 different circuits, Sutton took pole position at 6 rounds in his Napa Racing UK Ford Focus ST, along with 12 race victories, both of these being record-setting for a season. He then added a further 8 podiums, and only with 2 retirements across the whole season, he beat championship rival and reigning champion Tom Ingram by 46 points by the end of the season. He also won the Winford Award, which awards drivers points based on their qualifying performances.
The final driver on the Champion Driver of the Season award shortlist is someone who you may recognise if you've been following the channel for a while, and I mean from the very beginning. None other than Northern Ireland's Daniel Harper, who won the 2023 British GT Championship alongside his teammate Darren Long in the Donington Decider ahead of James Cottingham and Jonathan Adam, who also featured on this channel. Victories in the Silverstone 500 and at Brands Hatch, along with a podium at Snetterton and Donington Park, was enough to take the title for the BMW Works driver.
So that's a wrap on the nominations for both Rookie and Champion Driver of the Season. Did we leave anyone out? Well, if we did, let us know in the comments section below, and make sure you tune in on the 22nd of December when we will unveil the winners. That also brings to an end the first day of Apex Advent, and tomorrow I will be back taking a look at some drivers in MotoGP which you need to keep an eye out on in 2024. Thanks for watching, and I hope you can join us in the next one. Goodbye.